Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and someone had asked me something that I thought I could cover very briefly because someone asked me, they said, look, there's all these points of contention, different groups, different factions that argue about healthy diets, unhealthy diets. If I could pin something down, what would be the one common ingredient or substance found in a diet that is universally agreed to be bad for you and that everyone says that you should avoid it, moderate it, and in this case, even scientific agencies and the FDA, the American Dietetics Association, all of these people say the only safe amount is 0. It's agreed by everyone from vegan doctors to paleo doctors, there aren't many of those, to keto following doctors, to mainstream doctors, registered dietitians, the ADA, cancer research, cardiovascular research, everyone all universally agrees that's trans fats. Trans fats. And notice I didn't say artificial trans fats because whether artificial versus natural trans fats are much different in terms of your health is still a point of contention being debated. There is not a consensus yet on that. And there are government agencies such as like the FDA that do not differentiate between the two because the data isn't clear, because there are very small amounts found in certain high-fat animal products. I'm not going to cover all that. You can do your own research. You can research what has them in there. But generally speaking, when you're reading an ingredients list, if you see the word hydrogenated with any sort of fat or oil in it, including partially hydrogenated, it's the same thing. You still see the word hydrogenated. It has partially in front of it. The word hydrogenated is still there. Don't pretend like it's not there because of another word added to the front of it. Or you see the word margarine, vegetable shortening, anything like that, that contains a trans fat. Even if the ingredient list says 0 because there are loopholes in the wall to where certain ingredients can be listed as 0 trans fat when they actually contain a fair amount in there. So that's the one food that you should be avoiding. It is generally recommended that you moderate it as much as possible by every dietitian that I've ever heard of and researcher, and they say by moderating it, they mean preferably 0. The 0 is the safe upper threshold for it. And it's been phased out in a lot of foods, but be aware of it, and I don't care if you follow flexible dieting or if it fits your macros, it shouldn't regularly be a part of your diet. If you're going to eat some treat or junk food that has any of these things in it, has trans fats in it, it needs to be on a rare occasion, like special occasions, not something you do on your weekly splurge. So trans fats are the one thing that it is universally agreed by everybody that we shouldn't be consuming at all, that there are no health benefits to consuming it, only negatives. We need to avoid it as much as possible. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh, Mount Vesuvius.